Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you so much to everyone for being here to commemorate this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It really means a lot to have so many members of the community here, not just within Brighton, but outside of Brighton, because we really do try to work collaboratively within the community to make sure that our service to community does not stop at our borders. So thank you so much for sharing in this commemoration with us. I just wanted to make a few comments to commemorate this day. In past speeches, I've referred to what Cornel West calls the Santa Clausification of Martin Luther King Jr., where his status today as a revered figure stands in stark contrast to disapproval ratings of up to 75% at the time of his death. Without that additional context, one might mistakenly think that King's message of racial amity and cry for unity and justice was widely accepted and popular, when in reality, it was received with revulsion and rage. It took courage in the face of strong, negative public sentiment for him to advance the notion of racial amity against the segregationist status quo. King's advocacy for racial justice and Black empowerment found him consistently decrying the huge chasm between the lofty rhetoric of American democracy versus its at times brutal reality. Moreover, his conception of the role of love in engaging individuals and communities in conflict is crucial today. His notion of love, nonviolence, and peace was not passive. For King, love was not sentimental. It demanded that those suffering injustice tell their oppressors what they were doing was wrong. I stress this point because in this era of respectability politics, which is the set of ideas that marginalized communities should live positively and conform to socially acceptable or mainstream standards of appearance and behavior to protect themselves from prejudice and systemic injustice. It is easy to confuse amity, which is grounded in relationship and involves mutual understanding, esteem, affection, and respect, along with a degree of rendering service to friends in times of need and or crisis, with comity, which involves courtesy and considerate behavior towards others for the sake of harmony. Amity, unlike comity, cannot be encapsulated in a kumbaya, picture-perfect moment. Martin Luther King Jr. famously said, "True peace is not merely the absence of tension. It is the presence of justice." A healthy, loving relationship is not without tumult. It involves passion. It involves discord. It is not always consensus-oriented. Sometimes love hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, nor is it for the faint of heart. As we struggle to perfect our democracy and strive for the vision of King's beloved community, particularly in these fraught times, I think this tension is especially important to remember. Often, what may look like division is actually bringing us closer in ideal and consensus. Because our systems are not just, and indeed were designed to serve a racial and socioeconomic hierarchy, public dissent and challenging the status quo is how we make progress towards justice and King's vision of a beloved community. Amity, like democracy, is sometimes messy. As long as we focus on our common goal, unity in justice and the strength that lies therein, we can abide the rough patches in the relationships we forge and emerge stronger together. Amidst these challenging conversations, when someone says they agree with what is being said, but reject how it is being said, we should recognize that is prioritizing comity over amity. We, like King, must resist allowing the absence of tension to be perceived as the presence of justice.
Thank you so much.